Here's the truth about building your personal brand that absolutely nobody on the internet is talking about, especially not these big gurus who are teaching you to buy their courses, and from the value that they're teaching you, they're not teaching you the right things. If the gurus really told you their secret, then everybody would just drop everything and start building their personal brand, because building a personal brand is so powerful and people don't even really realize it. So I'm gonna walk you through why it's so powerful and why you need to build your personal brand immediately. So the first truth about building a personal brand that people don't realize is that you don't need to go viral, but you need to add value instead. Going viral does not equal making money. You can make money if you go viral, but most of the time you're not making money by creating a viral video. You're not creating content that's gonna go viral so you can make money. But when you add value in your videos and the content that you create, that's when you make money. People don't realize this, they get this backwards. Everybody sees people with a bunch of followers and a bunch of likes, getting a bunch of popularity all over the internet and stuff like that on social media. But a lot of those times these people are broke. Like, they're struggling from paycheck to paycheck. They're struggling to find their next dollar. And there's other people that are online that have literally 2,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they're making $20,000 to $30,000 per month. So why is this? This is because adding value is better than going viral. So what I mean by this is going viral is just creating something that's gonna attract a lot of people, but what it does is it attracts the wrong attention. So the key thing here is attention. You still wanna attract attention, but you wanna attract the right attention. When people create valuable content, the type of people that they attract are people that are interested in them, what they have to say, and the value that they add. They might even want to work with them over time. So when you create viral content, it's going to be entertaining to some people, and it's going to be entertaining to a lot of people if it goes viral. But at the end of the day, what does that get you? Nobody's going to message you. Nobody's going to DM you. Nobody's going to ask you for your help, because you made content that was basically just attractive and it was just for entertainment purposes. Like, there's nothing wrong with creating entertaining content. A lot of people do it. But I'm just telling you that if you're in the game to make money, you're not gonna make money by creating viral content. You need to have a specific focus with your personal brand and the type of content that you're creating, so you can attract the type of people that you wanna attract, that are specifically designed to want to learn from you and get help from you. So how you do that is pretty simple, honestly. You just create what your brand is about. Essentially, you just create the content that your brand is centered around, and these people will find you automatically. It might be slow depending on what platform you use. You can speed it up. There are ways to do that, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, but even if it's slow, it's going to be way more worth it. If I told you right now, you can create a video that's going to go viral tomorrow, it's going to get hundreds of thousands of views, but nothing's going to happen. After that, like, you're going to get a bunch of attention for a couple weeks on that video, but then after that, nothing happens. You didn't make any sales. You didn't make any money. You didn't retain any of those people. But then on the other end, I said, hey, you can create this video and it's only going to get 500 views, and you're not going to see any results for the next, let's say, 3 months. But after that 3 months, you're going to get somebody that sees that video, and they're going to click on the video. They're going to watch it. They're going to try to find out more about you. They're going to start binge watching your content. Then they're going to go back and they're going to try to find how they can speak with you directly, one-on-one. They're going to hop on a call with you, and then they're going to want to buy from you, and they become a customer, and you make money off of that. If I gave you option A or if I gave you option B, which one would you choose? Well, to the naked eye, everybody would pretty much the majority of people, let's say like 98% of people, would choose option one, because they hear going viral and they hear, oh, my video is gonna blow up, and they take that option and it happens, and then nothing happens after that. You might grow your platform a little bit with useless subscribers or useless followers, but the people that are actually smart and business minded, the people that want to make money, they're gonna see option B, and they're gonna know instantly that, hey, if I take option B and I just keep creating this type of content, my content's gonna stack on top of each other. It's gonna become a snowball effect to where more and more people find me that are interested in me, and they're gonna keep continuing to watch my content. And when they do that, there's only one thing that can happen. They gain more interest, because if they're like, they wouldn't be interested in you if they weren't watching your content in the first place. So you know, just by them watching your content and binge watching, you know that they're interested in what you have to say, or maybe how you come off, how your personality is, or they're interested in your unique mechanism that you offer to them to add value to their life. So this is the power of building a personal brand. And that's why there's people that have literally 1,000 subscribers and they're making 30K a month. And there's people that have like 1 million followers, like on Instagram, and these dudes are like broke. It's crazy. But people don't see this type of stuff unless you're like really business minded. Like the real ones know how powerful a personal brand is. So what your brand also does for you is it allows the sales to be so smooth and easy. And what I mean by this is, take for example, I used to run an SMMA company, and where basically I was just behind the computer, and basically I was just cold calling, sending out cold looms and getting people on calls that don't really know who I am, but they were intrigued of what I had to say. So the reason why the brand is so powerful and why I say this is because I've experienced this myself. Like, I'm not just saying this, like, this is something that I've seen from both sides. So in my SMMA agency, I literally would cold call people and cold DM them and send them like cold loom videos. I would get them interested, get them on a call. And then once I would get them on the sales call, every time they didn't really know who I was. The only thing that interested them was the offer, and it sounded somewhat unique and interesting. So that's what made them want to book the call with me. It wasn't because of who I am. It wasn't because of my content. It wasn't any of that. So my closing rate was like very low. The reason why that is because people need to build trust. There's a rule where people, I forgot what it's called, but there's a certain rule where people need to consume a certain amount of content from you before they're going to even buy from you, or before they're even interested in you. Do you really think you're going to go out cold calling people and like cold DMing them and sending them like emails and stuff like that, and you're going to get a $2,000 sale, $2,500 sale? It can happen, and it takes a hell of a lot of work though. But on the other hand, you can build your personal brand. And this is what I'm talking about, is because that agency compared to building a personal brand and selling something is completely different, night and day difference. When I build my brand, somebody can see my content, be interested in that, hop on a call with me, know exactly how I speak, what my mindset is, the type of things that I do in my daily life, stuff like that. They just get to learn who you are as a person. They understand my concepts and they understand what my unique mechanism is. And boom, I close the sale like that. Like, so you can either decide to do hours and hours of cold outreach, or you can decide to take the time, build up your content, and it's just going to be sitting there for years to come. It's just going to sit there forever. And somebody might find your content like a year later, and they might go back and binge watch all of your other content. That's how easy it works. And that's the power of building your personal brand. I don't just say this just to say it. Like, this is dead ass what I'm talking about. Another amazing thing that nobody knows about is that you don't have to be an expert to sell something. You don't have to be an expert for people to want to buy from you. Everybody thinks that, oh, I can't sell this, I can't start a brand because I don't know what to talk about. I don't have any skills and nobody wants to buy from me. Well, 9 times out of 10, you do have some skill that you're better than others at. All you have to be is a couple steps ahead of somebody that needs help. So let's say I'm on like on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say I'm at, so I heard this from a guy named William Brown, and he says, okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being no experience, 10 being expert, you only have to be 2 or 3 levels ahead of somebody to teach them something. So let's say, for example, I'm like a 4 at basketball. Not really, I'm actually like a 9, but okay. But let's say I'm a 4 at basketball and somebody's a 2. They still might want to learn something from me. Like, I have the proof to back it up that I know somewhat about basketball. If I'm a 4, that they're at a 2, they literally know basically nothing about basketball. They might see a bunch of content that I have talking about basketball. They might see my highlights. They might see that I played at this certain place and say, hey, this guy knows somewhat what he's talking about. And I don't really want to learn from Kobe Bryant. I don't want to learn from Michael Jordan on how to play basketball, because they're so far ahead that they can't teach somebody that's way down here. But they see me a couple steps ahead of them, and I can teach them because I'm close to their level and I was recently where they were. So it gives people more of like somebody that they can relate to, rather than seeing somebody that's already an expert and not feeling like they relate to them at all. You literally don't need to be an expert. You just need to know more than the person that you're teaching. And like I said, the traffic will come to you. The people that are interested in you will come to you. You won't have to go out and do a bunch of cold outreach because your content is what's doing the work for you. And that's why I say building the brand is so powerful, that all you have to do is get everything into place. What you're going to be talking about, you have to have your offer and your mechanism, and then you just create content all around that. And that's all you do. You just keep creating content and attracting more and more people into your system. And then you just basically get them to go through all your content, learn everything. And once they have everything learned to the max, that's when they're going to want help from you to the next step. That's when they're going to want the actual value that you're selling that's going to get them to their goals. So you need to know that building your brand allows you to add value, and you don't need to go viral to do so. It allows you to make sales easier, to close sales calls a lot easier. Sometimes you don't even need sales calls. And the last thing is, like I said, you don't have to be an expert to sell something. You just have to know what you're doing and know what you're talking about in order to sell something to somebody. So that's all I have for today. Go follow me on Instagram, The Trent Harris. And if you like my content and you want to learn more about my systems and the way that I think, go ahead and book a one-on-one call with me down below. It's in the description, and I'll be back with another video.